Have you ever wanted to make your opponent wait 40 minutes for you to finish your turn and then lock them out? Welcome to World Chalice. Hey guys, what is up? My name is YuGiOh, and today guys, I am bringing you another deck profile, this time for the World Chalice hand trap. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, here is my hand trap lineup. I am running 7 hand traps, and as I name the cards, the effects will show up right around here, something I'm trying a little bit new. So first of all, we have Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Go ahead and read the effect if you don't know what it does. Then we also have Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. This is kind of an odd choice for a lot of people, and it's kind of just a filler for another Ash Blossom or Ghost Ogre, because I don't really have the money for another Ash Blossom or Ghost Ogre right now. So yeah. Next up, we do have Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is another pretty good card. It's not as relevant as it once was, but it's pretty good still. Then we have Triple DD Crow, cheap, like dirt cheap, common hand trap that's actually really pretty good. Okay guys, next up we have 3 World Legacy World Chalice. Not only is it a World Chalice card, but it is also a World Legacy card. It can also search World Legacy cards, and it can also, if your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck, it can send itself and send another card. Those are some of the lesser known effects and lesser used effects. But he has another middle one, which I'll go ahead and display down here, and that effect is the main one that we use him for. Okay, next up guys, we have Leela World Chalice Fairy. For any avid Yu-Gi-Oh player, you would know that this is called a Stratos, or basically a deck searcher. And I'll go ahead and display the effect on here. And she has some pretty cool effects. She has 2 of them, 1 searches, 1 revives herself. So go ahead and read that for the effect. Next up guys, we have World Chalice Guard Dragon. Guard Dragon, I'm running 2 because after quite a lot of testing, it seems that having 2 of these is much better because they banish themselves, and if you don't immediately win or completely lock out, you're going to be needing another one, and if you don't have one, you're going to regret it. So guys, go ahead and run 2 of these. Don't run 3. I've seen a lot of people run 3. That's just asking for another brick. I've seen a lot of people run 1, and that's just asking for like an immediate loss if your first one gets negated or banished before it can use this effect, or you have an elongated duel in which you cannot activate another one because he's banished. So I run 2. Okay guys, I do run 2 Chosen. Okay guys, next up we are running the full Venus engine, which is 3 Venus, 3 Shine Ball. So basically what you're going to be doing with this engine is you're going to be summoning out your Venus and using Venus's effect, paying 500 per Shine Ball to summon out all 3 Shine Balls. So I don't have to like display the text. It's very short. You pay 500 per Shine Ball, summon all 3, and that's basically a free boar load if you have nothing else to combo with in your hand. Also, it's 3 vanillas, which is actually really good. The boar load play, a lot of people do get wrong. All you got to do really is go into a Link Spider, do these into a Proxy Dragon, then use the Venus, Proxy Dragon, and Link Spider to go into boar load. Just if you don't have anything else, but this is one of the best cards in the deck. I don't know why people don't play this. Go ahead and play 3 of each. Like, I've found so many better plays by drawing into a Venus. Doesn't matter if you brick on another one. If you draw the first one, you're probably going to win the game. Okay guys, next up we have Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. So Exodius is basically the replacement for Digusto Emerald, who would recycle 3 cards from their graveyard, which would be the Shine Balls most likely, net you another draw or a +1, and then you could just go ahead and summon all of them, and then we could get like a whole bunch of stuff. So basically with this card, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be recycling the Shine Balls mostly, but he can also shuffle anything back. He gains 100 for every vanilla in your graveyard. And he also, like, this is an amazing part, is if he attacks, he can foolish any monster from your deck. It's absolutely broken. So I run 2 of him because 3 will brick. Next up, guys, we have Gofu. Gofu's pretty cool. He is down to 1 because he is so broken, and he's just a free Link 3, and you can never really pass it up. Okay, guys, next up we have Dandelion. Dandelion is absolutely amazing. It can net you 2 tokens when it's sent to grave, and that's probably one of the cooler effects about it, and Lee can send it to grave with its effect. Okay guys, next up we run 2 Gem Knights of your choice, so I won't be displaying the effects because it's all up to you. This one's probably one of the better ones just because if it's sent by a card effect, you can target a normal monster graveyard, add it to your hand. Whereas Obsidian, if it's sent from only the hand to your graveyard, then you can special summon a vanilla. which they alternate in how good they are, but this one can be triggered with Brilliant Fusion. This one cannot brick, so those are the pluses of both. Next up, guys, we're running triple Brilliant Fusion. Absolutely amazing. The effect is a little bit too long to display at the bottom, so I might as well just explain it to you. So basically what you do is you can activate this card, and when you do, you've sent the materials that are listed on a Gem Knight Fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard and Fusion Summon that Gem Knight monster. And basically we're going to be summoning Seraph Knight because it gives you a double normal summon. It allows you to send Lazuli, which can trigger whenever it's sent from deck to grave, because it's sent from a card effect. It can also search out your lead, because the lead does have that effect, allows it to add it to hand, which basically means that any card that can send it to grave can add it to hand, so this card comes in very handy. It also sits on the field because it's continuous, so if the Brilliant Fusion, or the Gem Knight monster that you Fusion Summon dies, which would be Seraph Knight, you can go ahead and use the effect of, what was his name? Ningirsu. Ningirsu can send one card from both players' field to the graveyard, which is a non-targeting, non-destruction effect, which is actually really good. So this card is really broken in the deck. You have to run this card. It's a little pricey, but it's still like a must-have. Okay, guys, next up we have Transmodified. This is another part of the Venus engine. So basically this will get you another Venus. I'll go ahead and display the effect. So that's what Transmodify can do. Okay, we do run Twin Twisters. This is a possible side deck. I'm main decking it right now, but this card does lose to spell traps when going second, so this card is actually a must-have, and also it can trigger some of your hand effects, so it's like really good, like Dandelion and Gem Knight Obsidian. Okay, guys, this is a reason we run Chosen, and that is because of Emergency Teleport, which can summon a Chosen from deck. Next up, guys, we have Soul Charge. Getting a Soul Charge basically allows you to win the game no matter what, because you can build up a huge field, and then you contribute them all for even bigger monsters, and then you can Soul Charge all the materials back to the point where you could possibly have a full field of Link 4s, which is absolutely amazing. So this card is absolutely broken in the deck. Next up, for those long games that you get countered, you get hand trapped, you go second, can't build a full field, goes for a few turns, we have Legacy's Heart, which is searchable by not only World Legacy, or actually it can be searched by World Legacy World Chalice, and this can add 2 of your World Chalice monsters back to your hand. Next up, guys, for the last card, but last but not least, we have Foolish Burial, and Foolish Burial can net you another Lee if needed. Okay, guys, next up for the World Chalice Link monsters. So first off, we do have Ningirsu. Ningirsu is our main draw power of the deck, netting you a draw 3 if he is pointing towards 3 World Chalice monsters. He's also got a pretty cool secondary effect. And that is the one I explained with Brilliant Fusion, so go back if you didn't hear that part. Next up, we have Orm, the World Chalice Blade Master, not Warrior, this is Warrior. So, Blade Master, so basically what he can do is special summon any monster from your graveyard by tripling a World Chalice monster. You can also gain a little bit of attack from some other things, so I'll go ahead and display the effect down below. Okay, guys, next up we have Eve. It protects if a card is pointing to it, it is protected. If it is pointing to a card, it can protect it. So that is all you really have to know. I'll display the effect down below. Next up, we have an Archetype-specific Seraph Knight, and not only does this card give you the Archetype-specific Seraph Knight effect, but you can also use it with Seraph Knight to get 3 normal summons. Okay, guys, next up for our boss monsters, we have Borlo Dragon, Trigate Wizard, and Guy Saber the Lightning Shadow. Borlo Dragon, obviously, is an amazing card. It can basically take your opponent's monster and then you can attack with it. And this allows you to get like up to an extra 10,000 attack depending on what monster you take. And it can do a lot of stuff. It's also cannot be targeted by your opponent's monster effects, and they can't activate cards in response to this card's effect activation, so it's pretty hard to counter as well. We also have Trigate Wizard, which has 3 different effects. The only one you need is the last one. The other 2 are still good. The first one can get you extra battle damage. The second one can banish 1 card on the field, but the third one is one you really have to care about, which can negate and banish. Last but not least, we do have Guy Saber. Guy Saber, although he doesn't have an effect, is a really easy Link 3 because he has no specific materials. You can just go foo into this if there's nothing else that you can do. And he's also really freaking good because he's got 26 for a link 3, and he also points down, left, and right, so he can go almost any zone and still be good, whereas guys like these, they're kind of iffy. This guy is good in any zone as well. He's actually one of the best ones to put in any zone, other than Firewall. And then we also have Guy Saber, which is one of the best ones to put in any zones, because he can go left, right. He's always going to have a link zone pointing towards something that you have, unless your opponent takes it, which is very unlikely. And that's it for the boss monsters, guys. Okay, guys, for token plays and a little bit of stuff like that, especially Proxy Dragon as one of our main cards for going into Ningirsu, because it's completely generic, but we have some of these other generic link monsters. Okay, guys, finally in the extra deck, we have our Seraph Knight. It's pretty obvious. Okay, guys, my camera actually ran out of space, so I had to delete, or my phone ran out of space, so I had to delete some stuff. But here we are with the side deck. I don't know if my camera is in the same angle it was or whatever, but it doesn't matter. So for the side deck, I'm just going to go ahead and go through it. There's not much importance to go through here. So we have 3 Skullmeisters for Burning Abyss. We have 3 Lancia. These are proxies, by the way. 3 Lancia for countering a lot of cards in the meta right now. I'll put a list down here. Nah, I'm just kidding. No list. I'm done editing now. It's pretty far into the video. For going second, we have these. For countering non-link using decks, we have 3 of these, another proxy here. And then for countering pendulum decks, we have 3 of these. These are also proxies, or kind of budget versions of the cards. So that's it for the side deck. A little bit of stuff is missing, still needing to be gotten. But if you guys if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a ton, and it also helps me get to a higher number, which always feels great for both you and me. I'll be doing a giveaway at 200 possibly. I don't know how to do giveaways quite yet, so if anyone has any tips on how I can do some pretty good giveaways, go ahead and hit me up, and I'll see what I can do for 200 subscribers. So also, guys, thank you for not unsubscribing for the last few days. I was on a trip doing stuff during Thanksgiving, so I'm back. So see you guys in the next one.